Jamal Musiala is becoming exactly what Bellingham and Wirtz were scared of. Don't believe me, just look at this. There are players who explode onto the scene, there are players who peak, and then there are players who simply keep ascending, layer after layer, season after season, as if improvement is not a phase, but a habit, and Jamal Musiala belongs to that third category, which is exactly why he's so unsettling, because he is not slowing down, he is not plateauing, he is not waiting, he is expanding. He just came back from career-ending injury, and yet it didn't even affected him.
And then on the pitch, he's one of the best I've played with. I think he has, some of the best individual attributes I've seen. The way he moves, the way he dribbles, especially for someone his size, probably 6 foot plus. It's truly unique. So it's a joy to play with him. I think he can be a complete game changer in certain situations. And
at first glance, Musiala looks like artistry, the balance, the glide, the soft touches in crowded corridors. But reducing him to aesthetics is a mistake, because what makes him terrifying isn't how beautiful it looks, it's how repeatable it is. He doesn't produce magic once a match. He manufactures instability every few minutes. Watch how he receives the ball between the lines, and you'll see he doesn't just control it, he absorbs pressure with it. Defenders step toward him thinking they've trapped him in a tight square of grass, and within 2 touches the geometry shifts. A subtle body feint, a weight transfer, a change of rhythm, and suddenly he's facing goal while the defensive block is retreating.
Who do you think is the most dangerous player in the German team?
They have a lot of good players. Obviously, for me, the most dangerous player for them is not playing. Luckily for us, that is Musiala. Is probably for me. I've been speaking with Joshua Zirkzee about him a lot because they're very good friends. Is for me at the moment, if not the best, one of the best number 10s in the world. Is a very young, talented player that has so much to give to football.
Musiala's greatest weapon is not speed, it's variation of speed. He can decelerate inside a sprint, pause mid-dribble without losing balance, accelerate from almost static positions, and that manipulation of tempo disorients markers because most defenders prepare for linear movement while Musiala operates in curves. Tactically, he is evolving beyond a pure dribbler. Earlier in his development, his instinct was progression through carries, but now his decision-making is layered. He knows when to draw 2 players before releasing a through ball, when to recycle possession and reappear seconds later in a more dangerous pocket. And that patience makes him less predictable and far more complete. Positionally, he is fluid without being chaotic, capable of operating as a left-sided attacker drifting inward, a central attacking midfielder occupying half spaces, or even deeper in build-up phases connecting play. But wherever he starts, his objective remains consistent: destabilize structure.
What did you think of the young man's performance?
It was outstanding. His capacity and ability to just bail you out of any problem. If you can't just pass the ball out from the back, it just takes it and beat 1 or 2 men. And that has nothing to do with your tactic. That's just him beating people and beating the line, so you can go up and play. He has that capacity. We're not going to comparing to Eden Hazard, the capacity to and our ability to see, and I mean his ability and me seeing what he was doing when I was a coach with Belgium. At times you just give the ball to Eden. But if you give it to Musiala, he will bail you out in the way that he plays, especially when we all know at that moment that game was nobody wanted the ball.
When he drifts centrally, he occupies the seam between midfield and defense, a zone that forces opponents into uncomfortable choices. Step out and space opens behind, hold position and he turns. And Musiala thrives in that hesitation because he doesn't need a yard, he needs half a moment. His spatial awareness is sharpened by constant scanning, checking both shoulders before receiving, so his first touch moves away from pressure rather than into it. And at elite level, that subtle difference is decisive. In transition, he becomes even more ruthless, driving forward with close control when space opens, forcing defenders into retreating footwork where they cannot commit without risk, and that retreat is where he thrives. What truly separates him from many gifted dribblers, though, is the trajectory of his end product. His finishing has matured. He opens his body earlier, selects corners with greater composure, varies strike technique depending on angle, and that development transforms him from entertainer to match winner. Defensively, he is more disciplined than often credited, pressing with intention, angling runs to block passing lanes, tracking when required, ensuring tactical trust in high-level matches. There is psychological resilience in his game as well. When fouled, he doesn't disengage. When double-marked, he adapts, shifting into quicker combinations if dribbles are restricted, pulling wider if central zones are crowded, recalibrating rather than forcing. And perhaps the most frightening aspect is that he is still refining efficiency, still sharpening risk selection, still balancing spectacle with precision, and as that balance tightens, his impact multiplies.
I watched Musiala. I watched him in the World Cup. Yeah, he was the best German player by a mile. The way he received the ball in mad tight areas. He's got a blend of Kaká. I don't know who else is others. Like and he's. I think he's even got more silks than maybe Kaká. The way he can move people.
Musiala is not a one-dimensional threat. He is a hybrid, creative yet direct, technical yet assertive, expressive yet increasingly pragmatic, and opponents cannot neutralize him with a single adjustment. Drop deeper, and he shoots or combines around the box. Press higher, and he spins away in transition. Double team him, and space opens elsewhere. Single mark him and you gamble. The upward curve remains visible. Physically stronger in duels, tactically recognizing game states earlier, mentally demanding responsibility in decisive phases. All signs not of stagnation, but acceleration.
For me, it's incredible. It's such a joy to play with him, because he's someone who can do the unexpected in every single situation, and such a difference maker for our team. Maybe, the most important one at the moment for us in such a young age as well, especially when it comes about creating, or getting the ball, take-ons, giving the final pass, scoring goals, which he added now to his game as well, which is very important for someone playing in such an offensive position.
Jamal Musiala is not just maintaining brilliance, he is adding dimensions, each season revealing another layer, sharper finishing, smarter distribution, stronger defensive commitment, artistry wrapped in growing steel, and he is not stopping because he doesn't play within limits. He plays within possibility. And as long as those possibilities keep expanding, so will he, leaving defenders not asking how to stop him, but how long they have before he rises to another level entirely.
Us, we have also Jamal, that play like the 10th position and can
I love
go
this
from
guy. How good is he, please?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like,
it's amazing. Now,
could he be the best player in the world one day?
I think so, yeah, definitely. Then it's never easy, but I think you have the quality to do it. Because I've seen him like when he started at 17, so when you arrived, but you could see he was not ready, but you could feel he has something, But I couldn't say he has something, but you don't know how far it can go. But it went like this, and one pre-season, it was like one pre-season came back, it was like going through everyone and then you felt like okay, it was ready.